show knowing I gave them absolutely everything I had. I made a promise to myself to be physically and mentally tougher than I had ever been before, to be more disciplined and committed to my health, fitness, and stamina. Thankfully, I'm surrounded by my incredible crew, band, singers, and dancers who all matched my dedication to the massive scale and challenges of this show. We would go on to play this show in the pouring rain, in the blazing heat, in the thickest humidity, in the wildest winds, and in the bitter cold. We would do it if we were sick, or exhausted, or injured. We would do it with a broken heart. We would do this because we love having the rare opportunity to create happiness and wonder up on that stage. We do it because we know it takes friendship bracelets. We do it because every friendship bracelet traded has the potential to become a new friend. And you never know what dreams can be sparked if we succeed in painting a dreamscape in every city we visit. We do it because people need an escape from how brutal life can be, and it is the honor of a lifetime to do that for them, if only for a night. And although we are all on our own in this big scary life, somehow it doesn't feel that way when we're singing the same words as 80,000 other people wearing glittery face paint. We do it because life comes in waves and phases and brilliant flurries of magical moments, and all these things come together to create eras. Here's the official retrospective of the most wondrous tour of my life, my beloved Eras tour. See you next era, Taylor. and you have feelings or moments of your life that are associated with these songs. Now when you hear these songs, you'll think about tonight and the memories we made here at the Airist or something to that, extent. I love when she says that. The Archer. Okay, so we have songs that are no longer on the current the set list. Okay. Fearless. We had the Octopus Dress. I made the Fearless album between the ages of 16 and 18, so I wanted to harken back to the hopeful, effervescent girlhood at that point in my life. It was all glitter and whimsy and daydreams, high school crushes, and possibility, frolicking across stages with my crystal-covered guitar, which was bedazzled by my parents and my brother, French dress and boots alongside my band. This is the first moment in the show where we highlight the magnificent musicians in my live band, who are also the studio musicians who play on the Taylor's versions of my re-records. It's always one of my favorite moments, seeing a stadium of people, their hands up in the shape of a heart, and watching the crowds explode at the line of "Marry Me, Juliet." Many crowd proposals later, this era completely captured the nostalgic magic of Fearless. In my best dress, Fearless. I don't know if I've shared this on my channel. I feel like I haven't, but after I had my first date with my now husband, I got in my car and I was driving home and I was listening to Taylor Swift, as I do, and I don't know if I put on Fearless specifically or if it came on shuffle, but I listened to Fearless on my drive home after my first date, and I was just like, already knew I loved this man. And he just was so great from the first date. And I listened to Fearless, and the song, the lyric, we're driving down the road. I wonder if you know, I'm trying so hard not to get caught up now. But you're just so cool. Run your hands through your hair, absentmindedly making me want you. To this day, like, I associate that line with my husband. And Fearless is kind of like our song. Well, our song is a different song, but anyway, I'm trying to make a joke, but it's not gonna land. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, Fearless really means a lot to me because it just like represents my husband's relationship with me and our relationship. Anyway, this is a ramble. Here she is in a couple different dresses. lost and found. There were trees that grew up from beneath the stage and a moss-covered piano where I played Champagne Problems. An unhappy marital table set for Tolerate It. Every night the crowd would hold their phone flashlights up during Marjorie, a spontaneous act that turned into a nightly tradition. It moves me endlessly that this happens during a song I wrote about my late grandmother, an opera singer who always dreamed of singing in stadiums herself. My favorite moment of this era was the meeting of forest sorcerers during Willow. All of the dancers and me in our velvet capes with their glowing magical orbs twirling through the mist like a coven of mythical creatures. Evermore. Hold on, we gotta move up a little. There we go. 'Tis the damn season. Oh, in the original Evermore dress. This dress is beautiful. Wait for the signal and I'll meet you after dark. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. Marjorie, never be so kind, you forget to be clever. Never be so clever, you forget to be kind. You can kind of see her in there. People would come up to me and they'd say, are you going to do a show with all the albums in it? And I was like, yeah, it's going to be called the Eras Tour. See you there. Champagne Problems. Love slipped beyond your reach. Oh, I'm sorry, you had a speech. You're speechless. Love slipped beyond your reaches. That picture is so cute. Now, it's interesting to me, a lot of these pictures from this era are, they're standing out to me because this must have been after she combined the Folklore and Evermore eras, because she's wearing like what is classically known as folklore dresses. So I guess some of these pictures are very recent. Tolerate It. I wait by the door like I'm just a kid. Use my best colors for your portrait. Lay the table with the fancy shit. And watch you tolerate it. Oh. Slay. Okay. Reputation. Did it say 'tis the damn season? Because 'tis the damn season wasn't the OG set list. Oh, it did. I'm just stupid. Okay. This Reputation. I'm sorry. Why do I can't read? The Reputation era included my favorite entrance of the night. I always imagined the sound of mysterious footsteps timing up perfectly, with the ominous synth beats up ready for it. The point in the show goes absolutely wild with choreography, strobe lights and snakes everywhere, and dancers dressed as me from former eras trapped in glass boxes. This album was all about rebellion and defiance. Every night before the beat kicks in on Delicate, the crowd screams, 1, 2, 3, let's go, bitch. like it. That's a cute picture. That's really, I love that. Don't blame me. Absolute moment. Look what you made me do. Again, I just feel like the rep set. It's unmatched. The old Taylor can't come to the phone right now. Why? 'Cause she's dead. I love this part of the show with all her old eras and the glass boxes. She just like gives it her all during rap. Okay. Speak Now. My third album was all about romance, or the idea of it. I chose The Epic Enchanted to represent this album because it was always my favorite song on the album, even though it was never chosen as a single. The fans made sure it became one of the most recognizable songs from that album. This is one of my favorite things that they have tended to do over the years. In a dreamscape of purple twinkling lights, ballet and ball gowns, I wanted to elicit that midsummer haze of intrigue we feel when we lock eyes with someone across the room. Such beautiful, beautiful gowns. But yeah, Speak Now definitely has its moment. Just, through gowns mainly, because it might just be one song, but boy, she's gonna do everything for it with those great gowns. It was enchanting to meet you. Oh, and then Long Live. Oh, I love that they included that. Long live all the magic we made. The help from the designer Ashish. Not sure. We recreated the exact original look from one of my outfits from the 22 music video. I'd skip out in a black hat and oversized sequin t-shirt, shorts, and Oxford shoes, just like when I was actually 22. Every night we'd pick a fan from the crowd for me to give my hat to, which was signed on the inside. Those hugs and moments of such joy warmed my heart every night. Playing All Too Well, 10-minute version, was always my chance to stop and really take in the size of these crowds and how loudly they were singing every single lyric. It was so surreal every time. As the snow fell at the end, I disappeared beneath the stage. 22. Although I have songs from Red that I prefer much more than 22, and I Knew You Were Trouble, and We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, I understand why those songs were chosen, because they were, She writes, one of my favorite set pieces is the Folklore Cabin, designed by Ethan Taubman, who helped me create the cabin from the Cardigan music video and my Grammy performance of the song. We were able to transport those stadiums to the forest. It even had a smoking chimney and moss-covered roof. I start the era sitting on the roof and make my way into the cabin, then down the stairs and out onto the main stage. The storytelling element is what we really wanted to convey most, and I think this chapter really transported us to a different world. Invisible String. Oh, and the one. Okay, they both got their moment. And isn't it just so pretty to think how long there was the one. Oh, Betty. I can't remember all the folklore outfits that I've seen in person. I feel like I've seen that one, but I can't remember. And they said, there goes the last great American dynasty. That's so sweet. I do think in my heart I have like such a soft spot for this green dress. I just think it's the quintessential folklore outfit. August. I can see us lost in the memory. August slipped away. Illicit Affairs, incredible. Her performance of that is truly one of the best songs, I think, from the entire set list. Don't Call Me Kid, Don't Call Me Baby. That picture is insane. Face card doesn't decline. Whoops. It just doesn't decline. We conceptualized and rehearsed it secretly and surprised the Paris crowd with it when we started our European leg of the tour. I wanted it to be minimalist, white, stark, and bold. There was nothing else in the show like it, and it was such an exciting challenge to try to improve upon a show I already loved. Costumes were designed by Vivian Westwood with my lyrics printed in cursive all over my white dress. The rover platform I travel on is actually operated by a crew member who lays inside the platform and drives it from inside. I wanted to create the illusion of an alien abduction, a battle scene, a religious institution, a mental institution, a haunted house, and a showgirl's dressing room routine. It was ambitious as hell, but we pulled it off, creating what I think is the most dramatic, cathartic, female rage-driven part of the night. That is so interesting that there is someone inside her rover that goes throughout the stage during, Who's Afraid of Little Me? Yeah, I think so. That's wild. But Daddy, I love him. Oh, I have such a soft spot in my heart for Torture Poets Department. Like, it means so much to me. And I'm so grateful I got to see the show before and after it was added. Like, I just think Torture Poets was the perfect addition to the Era store. You were the first crowd to see the Torture Poets Department, or as I like to call it, Female Rage, the musical. She's so funny. So high school. Who's afraid of little old me? That's such a good picture. Can you see it? Oh God, I hope this isn't frame. Yeah, well, you should be. You should be. You should be. And I love when she says, so tell me everything is not about me. But what if it is? Then say they didn't. Say they didn't do it to hurt me. But what if they did? Down bad. For a moment I knew cosmic love. Her dress says, I love you, it's ruining my life. Fortnite. Oh, I love that one. I particularly love this one. I just love when her hair is curly and wavy. I love you, it's ruining my life. And probably my favorite song that is on the main set list, so not a surprise song, The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. I knew when she did her Paris shows and included this on the set list that I had to go see this song perform live. And I did get to see it perform live twice. So that's the highlight of my life. Oh, okay. pushing myself to play as many songs from my discography as possible. Because of this, fans would watch the concert and keep track of which songs had been lost that night. Then once I'd played pretty much every song I'd ever released, I announced that all my songs were fair game again. Pretty soon after that, I started mashing up 2 or 3 songs that go together thematically or rhythmically. So by the end of the tour, I was playing between 4 to 5 mashed up songs a night in the acoustic set. It takes a lot of rehearsing to get the mashups just right, but when the crowd screams like crazy, when I transition into a new song, it's beyond worth the prep time involved. By the end of the second song, the stage becomes an ocean and I dive into it, which involves a lot of blind faith and a big airbag under the stage. It's the coolest illusion of the night, and I'll never forget the sound of the crowd the first time they saw it. Somewhere between shock, horror, and elation, mission accomplished. It takes me back to the first live stream of the Era Store on opening night. Like chills, magical, amazing. I stayed up all night watching it. I definitely cried many times that night, but I definitely cried seeing her in person many times as well. That's a great picture. I'm trying to think if that's from when she mashed up Is It Over Now and Out of the Woods? Because I feel like I've seen this picture a lot. I don't know. So the acoustic guitar. Oh. So it has a bunch of just different song titles here. And then some of the mashups. I'm gonna have to look at this a little bit more closely when I'm not filming and see if I can find some of mine. But the ones that I went to, that show. Did I skip a page? Yeah. Acoustic piano. Love. Oh, and there she goes diving in. That is definitely amazing. It's such a cool visual. Then we have Midnights. The final chapter of the show begins with lavender clouds and a fantasy world from a dream. We continue on to some of my favorite choreographed numbers like Midnight Rain, with its umbrellas and trust fall into an on-stage quick change. Then my favorite moment of the night, vigilante shit. It's just the most fun I've ever had. That mischievous personas we get to try on. Oh, I'm sorry. That Moonstone. I think that's what they call it, a mastermind. The Moonstone one. Oh, that one is fine. She looks so good. Did I skip another page? Oh, yeah, I did. Fun. And then Bejeweled. Bejeweled is very, very fun. Like, the energy is just maintained, like, from the start of the show to the end. Like, it is still just as fun at the end of the show as it is at the beginning. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. This fucking picture. This fucking picture. This picture. Are you kidding me? This picture is all over Twitter, all over Instagram. Like, this picture is like tattooed on my body. She looks so good. Yeah, so this is probably my favorite picture. Like, okay. I just love her. Oh, and Mastermind. Mastermind is one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs ever. So I love that it's in the set list because it's not really like it's not a single. It's not the most upbeat song, but the visuals are stunning. This book is amazing. This is gonna be like a coffee table book for sure. Karma. Me and Karma vibe like that. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I saw her perform Karma with Ice Spice. She brought Ice Spice out, and I mean, it was cool, it was fun. And then Karma is the guy on the Chiefs coming straight home to me. Oh, that poor girl, she's making the craziest face. They didn't catch her in her best moment. That one I really love. I love that final bow. Oh, behind the scenes pictures. Okay, so we have her walking out during rap. This is for Fearless. 2 red pigs. Stage build. Day 1. Day 2. Day 3 and show day. Wow. That is so intense. That is such a lengthy process. Arriving in style. Every night before we go to the stage, the band dancers and I get in a huddle and someone gives a speech to get us fired up to play, motivates us, or just says whatever's on their mind. Whoever went last picks the person to go that night. It's been a really powerful part of the tour and helped us get to know each other really quickly. So many of these speeches have made me cry. We put our hands in the middle and all chant the same thing together, and then we're off to the races. I wonder what they chant. So in her little cleaning cart, she's got a whole setup. She's got a seat. She's got a cat poster. It looks like a poster of a venue. I can't tell what else is in there, but maybe when I can look a little closer later, but that's fun. They look like they're having a good time. I'm sure they have tons of fun. Here's her about to come up on the stage. That's fun that her dancers can like see her when they're all underneath there and see her about to pop up, crawling under the stage some more. That girl gets such a workout. Mimi in the pouring rain. Because we only save the rain shows for the most worthy of crowds, a rain show only chooses a crowd version. Oh, here are all her different mics. Wow. So many. With every guitar string scar on my hand. All her beautiful guitars. Here's her bedazzled one with a 13. So cool. Band and vocalists. And her dancers. Oh, awesome. Rehearsals that took place starting in 2022. How cool. Now some of these, like, that's very recognizable from the I Can Do It With a Broken Heart video. Rehearsals for Tortured Poets. So fun. I love that. Oh, and Dressed Like a Daydream. Oh, I love her outfits. Now, I did have an interesting thought the other day. Now, this is probably nothing groundbreaking, but for the surprise songs when she first started, you know, her songs were a solid color. Her dresses were a solid color. And then as the Eras tour has progressed, she's done mashups, and now her latest surprise song outfits are like multiple colors all together. And I don't know, it just makes me think of like how she mashes up songs too. So it's like, oh, it's not just a solid color, it's not just one era, it's a mixture of multiple eras. And I'm sure like she's had that thought, and I'm sure other people have noticed that, but I just think that's cool. Say you'll remember me standing in a nice dress. Wow, all the little sketches. How cool. To the fans, thank you to the fans who residents of the US only, just because, again, I'm not familiar with shipping to other countries. I don't know the cost or the rules or laws about doing giveaways or shipping things to other countries, but I hope in time, if this is successful, that I can expand. I know I have not been very active on this channel as of late, but I very much so want to keep posting and grow my channel and really say thank you for anybody who's watching and supported. And I've gotten such lovely comments on the last video I posted, even though I was gone forever. And you know, nobody necessarily had to comment and say such wonderful, lovely things. But I'm going to be giving away these 2 copies, so please comment, please like, please subscribe. That's another prerequisite for being eligible to win the book. I would love for you to subscribe and comment and like the video. And I'll say today is the 29th of November, so I will keep the contest. It's not a contest, it's just a giveaway. It's not a contest. I will choose the winner on, let's say we'll say December 11th. That's my husband's birthday. So, please enjoy the video that you've already watched.